Hi everyone, in this video I want to share with you my Etsy shop journey. So a little bit of background about me is I've been working in marketing for the past 6 years and I've decided to do this little side project which is my Etsy shop and also a YouTube channel, and I wanted to talk about them because I feel like there's not many videos where they talk about the beginnings and the humble beginnings and also share with you all the stresses and annoyances and all the psychology that goes behind it, because I feel like there's more psychology than anything else. I know that I'm a marketing person. I know that I have the skills to do this well, but when it's not for somebody else, when it is for you, it's a lot harder to be persistent, to stay consistent, to do the right things, to not get overwhelmed by all the small stuff. And that's what I want to talk to you about, and how to basically what helps me to keep moving forward and only forward, and the lessons I learned from this journey. So today I'm going to talk about my Etsy shop, but if you would like to learn a little bit about my YouTube, which is also super small right now, as you can see, it has 500 subscribers, but still I needed time to get there, and I needed to find ways how to get more views and stuff like that. So I think for somebody, who's starting out, they want to know how to grow those subscribers. And most of my subscribers came in the last 2 months, which means that that's when this is the time when my channel is taking off, so I could share with you that part of what's happening in 2022 and how to do that. But we're gonna talk about my Etsy shop today because that's the one that's actually making money already, and I didn't know what to expect. Honestly, I went into it thinking that it is a possibility that I'm gonna get nothing out of it, which is crazy that I thought that when I think about it, but I did, and it's still this little thought in my head is still there, and I think it's stopping me from creating more listings. It's people don't procrastinate without a reason, and this is my reason to procrastinate. It just feels like, oh, it's not gonna work. And when you do something, when you create something and it works, then it's very easy for you to kind of move forward and be confident and have all of that. And for example, for me, I'm a freelancer and I know that I'm gonna find the next client if I need to. I have plenty of clients right now. I want to do my Etsy shop. But if I want more clients, I know how to find them. I know what I need to do. And that's kind of missing from my Etsy shop, because when I started, I thought I'm gonna create digital planners, and then the first planners I created, it took so long for me to even finish them, and then they never took off. So my other listings are doing better than the planners that were supposed to be the main thing. The whole reason I created an Etsy shop was because I thought I'm gonna be a planner shop. I thought that's what I'm gonna do. And so that's something that I think is very important, because in every business you have to kind of move, back and forth, and kind of you need to adjust, and you need to be okay with failure. And this video is gonna be exactly that. I wanna tell you how I'm dealing with my failures and what helps me move forward and kind of have those priorities. So most people that are entrepreneur type are all over the place, are super creative, want to do everything, don't have any issues with the creative part, but they have a lot of issues with discipline. So it could be also that you are a different kind of person, but for me, that's how I am, and I know that's my weakness, because even now I'm creating this video, which I probably should be creating a new listing on Etsy. So as you can see, I'm doing it in real time, but obviously this video has its own purpose, and I just really wanted to talk about this, so that's why I'm doing it. But you need to know your weaknesses so that you can turn them, kind of focus on them and do things to be better. So for me, the time management is essential, and I really still struggle with it, but there's a couple of things that help me the most. One of them is having a schedule, but not a strict schedule. So for example, I will write down on one side the hours, so 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock, and then in each time slot, I'm just gonna write one word, what I'm gonna do that day. So for example, 9 o'clock, walk my dog, 10 o'clock, eat breakfast, 11 o'clock, work on my planner and stuff like that. And then tip number 2 is that I decide that I'm gonna work on the planner for 1 hour. So then for that hour, I try not to do anything else. I don't respond to emails, I don't check Facebook, I don't do anything else. I just work on the planner. And I don't have like a very specific thing that I will do, but sometimes I do have a very specific thing. So when I do have specific things, I like to create a list of very small tasks, because creating a digital planner can be overwhelming because there's so many different parts to it. So that's why you need to kind of structure and decide, okay, first I create master pages, then I create index page, then I create a weekly page, then I create a daily page, then I create whatever. So I just need to have that structure, otherwise I'm all over the place, as I said, and then I just don't finish. For example, when I was creating the first planner, what happened was that I really got stuck on the aesthetics of the page, and I just spent probably 2 weeks creating and recreating and creating and recreating the main look. And then when I finally was happy with that, it took me so long to create a page, and then I got distracted by creating stickers. So like all of that is, I need a manager to manage me, and this is a different kind of person, and they are really good because they tell you, okay, this is what you're gonna work today, this is the tasks I want you to be done. So I try to be the manager for myself, but obviously it's hard to be your own manager, but necessary, of course. And the last thing that I do that really helps me, this is something I do in my freelancing as well, and it's incredibly important for me. I track my time. I track my time to the minute. So my boyfriend laughs at me because I will track when I go to the bathroom. I'll track how much time I spent eating lunch. I'll track how long it took me to walk my dog. I track everything. I use Toggle for that, just the free version. And for me, it's very important because when I do work, then I feel more productive. And that's more about that than like actually feeling like I'm being watched by myself. So I kind of, if I don't put that tracker on me, I really don't know what I've done with my day. And I am a perfectionist, and I am someone who really wants to be perfect at everything. So then obviously it's kind of hard for me not to be perfect. And then if I am not, then I'm like, okay, I wasted today, I didn't do anything productive. But then if I have the tracker, I see, okay, I was doing this, and I still have time to do extra stuff. And one thing that really helped me push through and move forward was that I had this thing in my head that I told myself, look, you're not gonna quit your Etsy shop until you create 30 listings. And actually when I created maybe I had sales from my planners, just not much. But then when I created my 5th or whatever listing, I don't remember, that's the one that was the bestseller, that's the one that took off, and that motivated me to create more listings. But basically, I told myself, you're not gonna quit until you create those 30 listings, because you don't know if it didn't work because your listing wasn't good, or it didn't work because people didn't want that product, or whatever. So I'm gonna just take that time to create those listings. So that's the biggest thing for you. That's my biggest advice, is that if you want to create your Etsy shop today, the biggest thing is create 30 listings. Ideally, if after 30 listings, which I don't think it's gonna happen, but if it does happen that after 30 listings you don't get any sales, get a consultation from someone. I'm not saying get a consultation from me, get a consultation from someone, that has done Etsy, and just let them look at your account and tell you, okay, your photos aren't good enough, your description needs more SEO keywords, or your description is too robotic, there's no emotion to it, and things like that. Let them show you the way, and I'm sure you're gonna be successful, because everyone that stays persistent keeps learning, doesn't do, that definition of insanity is to do the same thing over and over again without changing anything and expecting different results. So obviously, if you create a certain amount, let's say you create 10 listings and you see that they're not working and you're not changing your strategy, it's not going to work. Because for me, I saw that the planner thing was too competitive for my shop because it was just starting. So instead, I started creating a different thing, a different product. But that's something that worked for me. Maybe for you, it's a different solution. But there is always a solution, and you can definitely make money on Etsy. And that's the biggest thing that you need to know. Because once you know that it is possible, that's when you're ready to really put your 120%. Thank you so much for watching, and see you in the next video. If you have an Etsy shop, leave a comment below. Let's support each other. I know that being small is hard, but we're gonna get there. See you next time. Bye.